What's up, Taurus? Welcome to my channel. My name is Echo Moon. Today I am bringing you your end of January love reading. This is going to be for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And the North Node is going into Taurus on January 18th. And that is the North Node. It resonates with me because my North Node is in Taurus in my 5th house. And I'm excited and I'm looking forward to it. So even though we have Mercury in retrograde now, even though we have Mercury in retrograde right now in the sign of Aquarius, and we also have Capricorn in retrograde and Venus, I am definitely looking forward to the damn 18th of January, stepping in to my life purpose, okay? All right. Anyway, let's move along. I'm a Capricorn, so it's kind of like I'm used to the earth energy, you know, but still, like, you know, it just gives me, you know, I get a little excited, whatever. We're going to look at the connection between you and this other person. We're going to pull out one oracle card, right? Look at the connection between you and this other person from the mid-January to the end of January. Then we're going to get into the tarot. Now, like I said, Mercury is in retrograde in the sign of Aquarius. This is a time to do some self-reflecting on your thoughts, on things that you're working on within yourself as far as externally as well. This is the time where past lovers come up or you're thinking about them and they contact you or vice versa. Excuse me, I have to cough. We have 2 that came out and I'm going to take them. We have Sagittarius, expand. You could be dealing with the Sag, it does not matter. We also have Moon, perception. You could also be dealing with a Cancer, but the sign does not matter. Okay. So as far as you and this other person, we have expansion and perception. Some of you guys could have a Sagittarius moon. The moon is in full moon, happens on Monday the 17th, and that is going to be in the sign of Cancer. So that makes sense. So a lot of this is happening around that time for you guys, and that's where it's going to be more potent. The connection between you and this other person, it's you guys are intuitively connected. Some of you guys are dealing with somebody from your past. Some of you guys are confronting, you and this other person, confronting some fears that you may have or insecurities that you may have during this time because things are in retrograde. But you want things to grow. You want things to, you want to explore more of each other. But in order to do that, you have to do a lot of self-exploration within yourself as well. That's the basis of these next couple of weeks, is self-exploration and doing some introspection and looking at what it is that you want on an emotional level, expanding yourself when it comes to listening to your heart, going with the flow of things and not more or less being in control, just having a simple freedom and not a restriction when it comes to love and how you love and who you love and what you want from love. It's all about just going with the flow of things between you and this other person. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's look at the tarot and see what messages we have for you. Okay, I'm a little slower. I want to take my time speaking because of Mercury being in retrograde. I want to not be so speedy with it. So we have the Knight of Cups. So this is all about you taking action on your heart. You know, following your heart, trusting your heart, moving forward with your heart. But it's also about taking your time doing it too, because the Knight is all about action and moving. But sometimes they can do so out of impatience, you know, out of, you know, just thinking of something and going after it. I can't find the word that I'm looking for, but you get what I'm saying. So with you, what you desire is you want something deep. You want something where you can trust. You have something, some of you guys, you have that already, But you have to look more within, because some of you guys, it's all about daydreaming about what it is that you want instead of going after what it is you want. Okay, and that's the thing with the Knight of Cups too. They can be daydreamers. Some of you guys could be dealing with the Scorpio. Sign doesn't matter. Let's keep it pushing and looking at the other person. We have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is the other person's energy. They see the value in the connection between you and them, but they still have some regrets and disappointments and, you know, insecurities about things that happened in their past. So like I said in the beginning, it's an introspective time for you and the other person, because it's all about reflecting in order to release, in order to grow, in order to move forward. Okay, closing that gap, closing that cycle that some of you guys may have. Some of you guys may be connecting, or maybe thinking about somebody from your past. The other person may be thinking about somebody from their past because they have the Five of Cups, or something that occurred in the relationship between you and them in the past that they have to heal from. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is in the obstacle position. Excuse me. Give me a second. Sorry. That was inappropriate. But anyway, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So in this position, this is all about knowing that things are going to, in order for things to work, it takes work. Things are not always going to be easy. They're not always going to be free flowing. Yes, you have a good deep connection with this other person, but yes, there's going to be times where things take a dip, and you have to be able to ride with that. You have to be able to flow with that. You guys have independent work that you have to do independently. You see how that goes? You have work that you guys need to do independently within yourselves, but at the same time, don't isolate yourself. Okay? It's not the time for isolation. More than anything, it's the time for communication. But communication from a place, not from your mind, from your heart. That's going to be a challenge with Mercury being in retrograde, even with Venus being in retrograde. But either way, it's just like you have to go through this together, because that's what connects you and this other person. You guys have a spiritual connection. You guys have this inner knowing where you know how the other person feels. You're in tune that way. So you can read each other's feelings, which I think is beautiful. But at the same time, make sure that you're doing your own inner work as well. But still, again, not isolating, but keeping the other person in the loop. Letting them know, hey, you know, if things feel a little off, I might have to, you know, it's because I'm doing some reflection, or you don't even have to get that deep, you know, but still just kind of let the other person know where you're at. And it's all about finding the value within, and not necessarily finding it on the external. Okay, this is finding the beauty, finding the love, finding the worth within yourself, so that way it can reflect outside of yourself. Okay. All right. We have the Knight of Wands. I don't know why I feel goofy. We have the Knight of Wands in the final advice position. So for some of you guys who are in a relationship, this is all about, you know, having fun, you know, having some, you know, hanky-panky time. This is, you know, get that physical connection there, because that's what's going to help you too. We also have the Sag up here too. That's this sign. The Knight of Wands reminds me of a Sag. It's really around a Leo, but it's, you know, it's giving me that Sag energy. But, you know, connect, have fun, you know, be active, you know, however you want to think about being active, you know what I mean? Physically, mentally, spiritually, however. But this is all about, the final advice here is be active, be proactive. Don't forget each other. Don't forget that you're, you know, connecting with another person. Don't forget the other person. You get what I'm saying? I mean, I know Mercury's in retrograde, so I know it's affecting me. hard, but I didn't want to not do these videos. So I'm pushing through it. Push through it with me, Aries. Push through it with me. And I'm not even talking to Aries. I'm talking to freaking Taurus. That's how messed up that is. Push through it with me, Taurus. Push through it with me, damn it. We have the 5 of Wands. Things, you might have conflicting perspectives over the next couple of weeks, but overall, have fun. Okay? Reflect, but have fun while you're doing it. All right. So with that being said, Taurus, thank you for your time. Please like, subscribe, comment below. In the meantime, I will catch you on the next video. Ciao.